Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll share with you the experience I had in Boracay with my family, especially because it was for the first time to have our 2-year-old daughter with us. And the stroller, a detail that is essential for families with kids who still need one. I'll expand on this a little later. Let's dive right in. My family and I have flown from Manila to Caticlan Airport. The flight was okay, but don't expect Philippine Airlines to do a smooth takeoff and landing. The resort organized a short car trip from the airport to the boat transfer to Boracay Island. From there, another car took us to the hotel in Station 1. I will not mention the 5-star hotel for various reasons, but we'll discuss this later. The transfer was well organized for the same price as one flight from Manila Airport to Caticlan, and I appreciate all the help, but although it was a little evident that all the kind help was too close to begging. Let's talk about the accommodation. As soon as we started doing the check-in, we were asked for a deposit, which I didn't agree to pay considering that the room didn't have even a minibar. That was around $356 what they were asking. Instead of focusing on the deposit, the check-in lady should have told us about the rules that apply to the resort, which are somewhat general to the entire island. The issue with this was a little bit hilarious because I could understand the reason behind it only after talking with a friend after returning to Manila. In the past, there were almost no regulation on the island, which led to littering and plastic waste on the beaches because too many people gave about it. We stayed in a 5-star resort for a well-known chain with beachfront sunbeds. The room was spacious with a king-size bed, a rather large balcony, and the bathroom fitted with full-size bathroom and a shower. Even though it was evident that an interior designer created the room, the maintenance was not near the level of a 5-star hotel. Hotel's restaurant. The hotel's restaurant had plenty of food options but needed more flavor. While it was full of people during breakfast, it was empty at lunch and dinner. After discovering why, we also went to neighboring restaurants for lunch and dinner. Sunbeds. Sunbeds were on a first-come, first-served basis. There was nothing wrong with that if they were not accepting tips from other customers to reserve the sunbeds. Again, the resort needed to share the information about their sunbeds on their website or inform us during the check-in. That's because they only had a few of them and daily at 5:30 p.m. they would collect and store them away. Why this is an important detail? Well, having a 20-month-old toddler, it's mostly impossible to be on the beach at noon when it's boiling hot and the sun is extreme. So we needed the sunbeds until sunset, which was the only reason we chose this resort. Let's talk about the beach. Oh my god, the beach is impressive, very wide especially during the low tide, and with the finest sand I have ever seen even compared with Bali. The crystal clear water completed the paradise looks of a fantastic experience. One thing that struck me from the beginning was the amount of light on the beach. At times I could barely keep my eyes open. I recommend wearing sunglasses to protect your eyes. Because I'm not a big fan of sunglasses, my forehead hurt because of so much squirting. Of course, the sun reflects the sun rays and there are virtually no shadows. The White Beach in Boracay is the most famous beach in the Philippines. White Beach is about 4 kilometers long and is the premier destination for the ultimate paradise experience. On the coast you can find various hotels, restaurants, resorts, shops and other tourism-related businesses. My daughter was excited to play in the water and with the sand all day long. Since this was our first real vacation with her after the pandemic, consuming her energy and keeping her happy was essential. She loved the water cannons and wouldn't stop playing with them. Let's talk about the food. We had many options, from the international cuisine to local Filipino traditional foods. While food was a very personal topic, with enough research even the most demanding eaters will find something to get satisfied with. The one thing I want to mention is the ice cream from Coco Mama. It's delicious, and the very reason I had trouble with my throat for almost 2 weeks after eating every day a large 6 scoops of original coconut with mango and extra crispy rice on top of it. I must warn you, I gained 5 kilograms during the 7 days vacation in Boracay. Too many foods to try out combined with the lack of exercise. Too many San Miguel pale ales might have contributed too to my weight gain. Let's talk about activities. While I have yet to find a complete list of activities that can be done while in Boracay, I can mention a few: stand-up paddling, paragliding, diving, windsurfing, island hopping, and hiking on a nearby island. I only did stand-up paddling from all the above and I enjoyed it a lot. I had only tried it while living in Japan in Miura Beach. The difference was enormous. In Boracay I could stand up on the board, while in Japan I only practiced falling in the water because of the wind and the big waves. If you want to practice it, there are virtually no waves to make you fall. Do expect to get your feet a little wobbly afterward. You'll be using a different set of muscles that we usually don't use on a daily basis. Activities also include rooftop party bars with live music and plenty of fun. Considering my daughter's age, these kind of activities are long set, and the only extravaganza I did was while she was sleeping in her stroller to have a mojito or two on the beach. And this brings me to another point to discuss: stroller infrastructure. If you find the information presented here helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You may wonder how is the infrastructure on the island. While this may interest only some of you, it will also become an issue for you after one too many drinks. Families with kids in strollers might find it very useful though. Sidewalks, or the lack of them, sometimes make it challenging to pass certain road portions while pushing a stroller. See the photo I took of this sidewalk, only a mastermind could think of it. Is it still doable? Of course it is. In Boracay you will be able to find the mall. When I first heard about the mall, I falsely expected a large shopping mall filled with AC just like in Manila. In reality there are many souvenir shops and many restaurants to suit everyone's taste, but you have to walk outside. To wrap up this video, let's come with a conclusion. This is an honest review of my experience in Boracay, and all the things I said here have the role of informing you about the reality and real life experience there. While some hotels and resorts have a long way to improve, the overall experience is excellent. Walking around during the night, around 8-9 PM was fine for my family and me. We did not have any bad experiences. All of the above and the fantastic sunsets make Boracay a dream retreat for every family that wants a relaxing experience. Station 1 is known as the favorite area for families. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.